There is already a mountain of speculation about who exactly is going to use Tesla's full self-driving software. Which car company is it? I'm going to go out there and I'm going to guess that it is Ford. Jim Farley and Elon Musk, they've got a pretty good friendship. And I think Ford, well, they're the ones who are making these big calls. They're the ones who got everyone in on NACS charging and using Tesla's supercharging network. Tesla's full self-driving software, Elon Musk, he put it out a few times. On a number of occasions, he said, you know what? We want to license this technology to other automakers. It's open. Come and talk to me. Well, all he got was crickets. No one said anything. But all of a sudden, with the release of Tesla's improved full self-driving technology this year, that's changed. Now, a major automaker has approached Tesla to use their full self-driving technology. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to see you. Thank you for tuning in. I've had a few instances lately where I thought, you know what? Human beings, some of us are pretty good at driving. Some of us are really not. Some of us should not be driving. Come on. And yeah, there's 1.3 million people die every year from traffic incidents. If a computer were driving the car, that number would still be something, but it would be a lot less. US car giant Tesla has confirmed it is in discussion with a major legacy automaker to license its controversial full self-driving basically it's autonomous driving software, it's not perfect yet, but it's better than it's ever been. And the rate of improvement recently has been pretty surprising. A lot of people have been thinking, wow, I've had this for a while now. All of a sudden, it's working much better than previously. Speaking to investors today, Elon Musk likened other car makers who do not adopt Tesla's full self-driving technology to the obsolescence of Nokia flip phones following the rise of the iPhone and Android smartphones. And when you think about it, he might have a point here, because if you drive a long distance, do you want to drive? Some people do, but honestly, I don't. I would prefer, if I'm driving for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours, I'd much prefer to do something productive. I'd prefer to make a video. I'd prefer to learn about new technology, about new battery technology, about new renewable energy, there's so much that you can do. But when you're stuck holding a steering wheel, yeah, things are limited. I can kind of see what Elon Musk's point is there. Now, do you guys agree? Is it similar to the Nokia flip phone being replaced by the iPhone? Maybe. Or the BlackBerry as well. What happened to BlackBerry? What happened to Nokia? Yeah. The full self-driving software recently was removed from beta phase. It's got a new version, 12.3. In fact, there's a new version. I just had a video last night about that new version. And Tesla are actually bringing out new versions every 1 or 2 weeks now. Very, very fast upgrades. They say that they're no longer compute constrained. What that means is Tesla has enormous amounts of data coming in from cars driving all over the US in particular, and that data is going straight to Tesla's neural network, which is basically training as full self-driving. Tesla actually has also just hired drivers in about 20 different states to train the network as well, to work on this issue too. Tesla now it basically advertises this as full self-driving, and it's reduced the price from $12,000 in America to $8,000. You can lease it. Monthly fee is $99. It used to be $199. And this is coming as Tesla's really improving the product. Musk said this, it just needs to be obvious to other car makers that our approach is the right approach. And I think it is. Now, clearly one other car maker agrees. Do the other ones? Probably not. Everyone has their own strategy. And normally when you do something your own way, me personally, sunk cost bias, I do something my own way and I just want to kind of stick with it. That's probably the case for a lot of other automakers. Now with version 12.3, if you just have the car drive you around, it is obvious that our solution with a relatively low cost inference computer and spattered cameras can achieve self-driving. No LiDARs, no radars, no ultrasonics, nothing. It would really just be a case of having other car makers use the same cameras and inference computer and licensing our software. The software is the key here. By the end of this year, Tesla will have spent around $10 billion, primarily on the software. Musk said, I remember back when Nokia was king of the hill for cell phones, and I saw them come out with a smartphone that was basically a brick with limited functionality compared to the iPhone and Android. People still did not understand that all the phones were going to be that way. There were not going to be any flip phones in the future. If people don't understand, all cars will need to be smart cars, or you will not sell the car, nobody will buy it. Musk is throwing shots here. He's saying a lot of car manufacturers will probably cease to exist unless they basically have this kind of software, have this technology. Once that became obvious, said Musk, I think licensing becomes non-optional. It's license or nobody will buy your car. It's really hard to kind of see this play out, I think, because we're so used to the status quo. We're so used to having to drive our car everywhere. But is Musk right? Is this similar? He's really throwing some shots here. He could be right. If he is, it's going to be one of those moments where we look back in time and say, remember what happened then. Musk and other Tesla executives on the call did not nominate the car maker. They didn't say who it was. However, the CEO warned it could take at least 3 years for other car makers to integrate full self-driving software into their vehicles. And it actually might not be possible. It depends on what their actual vehicle is capable of doing. In the conversations we've had with some of these manufacturers, we have learned they take a lot of time in the product lifecycle, said Tesla's chief financial officer, Valdhav Tania. They're taking years before they will put it in their product. We might have a licensing deal earlier than that, but it takes a while. This is where the big difference between us and them is. Musk said, a deal signed now would result in full self-driving being in a car in probably 3 years. He said that was lightning fast timing for an eager manufacturer. There's a good chance we do sign a deal this year, maybe more than one. But it would be probably 3 years before it's integrated in a car, even though all you need is cameras and our inference computer. We're not talking about a massive design change here. Tesla is testing full self-driving here in Australia. In fact, Tesla wants to have full self-driving going in China as well by the end of this year. But it's not yet available to customers here in Australia. You can order it though for 10,000 Australian dollars when you buy your Model 3 or Model Y. But you can also, pay for it later on. It is an option. You don't have to get it when you buy the car. That could be a good option if you're unsure. Guys, what are your thoughts on this? Is Musk right? Is Tesla right? Tesla are all in on full self-driving. It is clearly their number one focus. But is this the right focus? I think it probably is. Thanks for watching.